Okay, guys, so we stopped where we were talking about few people could afford them. Henry Ford of Detroit, this is super important, Michigan, found a way to make cars less expensive. In 1908, let's circle that year, Ford invented the Model T, a reliable and affordable car. Because he mass produced Model T cars on assembly lines, he was able to sell them cheaply, and many people were able to afford them. So this is why when you look at the chart, guys, you can see as the years increase, the price of the Model T decreased. And the reason why it decreased is because Henry Ford created the Model T, which was a much cheaper car to create, which made it more affordable for people and they were able to buy it. Okay, and so let's go ahead and answer our questions. What does the text explain? A, the price of a Model T Ford at different years. B, the biography of Henry Ford. C, the reason why the cost went down. Or D, the history of Detroit, Michigan. That should say went down. So, first of all, biography, there's that bio, y'all. See, always learn. Bio means life. So that means life of Henry Ford. No, we're not talking about the life of Henry Ford. We're also not talking about the history of Detroit. We're talking about the Model T and the reason, the price of a Model T. So it doesn't talk about like the actual price, but it talks about the reason why it went down. And the reason was because Henry Ford created the Model T. How does the diagram? So this right here, guys, would be considered a diagram. It's not a chart because a chart, of course, has an X and Y axis. Okay, so this right here would be considered a diagram. And so you can see the difference between a diagram and a chart because it's not in a chart form. Okay, how does the diagram support the reader's understanding of the text? It further illustrates, explains information discussed in the article by showing it visually. It gives another reason to support the main claim in the article. It persuades the reader to buy a Model T Ford because we can assume the price is much lower in 2014. It gives readers information not discussed in the text. So first of all, when you look at the diagram, it talks about the year, it talks about the price, right? First of all, Model T is no longer around, so we can automatically C because the Model T is no longer around. We can also X out D because the diagram is never going to give us information that's not discussed in the text. We know that text features give us additional information that is discussed in the article by showing it visually. A text feature always allows us to see the data in action. And so our answer would be A. Okay? Good. And then let's move on to question 3. What was the price? And you can look directly at the diagram to figure this out. What was the price of a car in the year 1912? So when I look at the diagram, the year is 1912. And the price of the car is $690. Okay, and so when I go down, my answer would be B. Okay, very easy. When you're able to first read the text and look at the chart or diagram, it explains so much and it's so much easier. So now, guys, since that was the model and the guided practice, this is the time for you to do your independent practice. This is very, very important that you go back, that you study, that you take this seriously because the FSA is tomorrow and I want more people to do well. And you never know, like if there's going to be a prize or if there's going to be some type of incentive for the people who get 80% or above. So if I were you, I would be watching these videos. I would be trying my best to study these text features so that you can do well on the test. Hit me up, guys, if you need any help. Peace out and see you tomorrow.